cool. So volume of cones is the next one. What page was the other one? 79. This is 80. We did volume of cylinders twice, so because we struggled with it the first time we learned it. Anyway, cones. A cone has a what kind of base? What's the bottom of a cone? Yep. That tapers to a point. Okay. The height connects the center of the circular base to the tip of the cone. To find the area of the circle, okay, you know what? I'm actually going to give y'all formula charts because I feel like we need to be practicing working from the formula chart so you actually know what to do the day of the STAR test.
Anyone's not practice today? What you doing?
I don't know. Probably not.
You trying to stab me?
No. I was trying to hit you.
No, you trying to stab me.
This pencil's not even sharp enough to stab her.
Where's Scott sitting now?
All right. So we talk about big B, right? And big B, or the B is capitalized because it represents area. And in this case, we're talking about the area of a circle. Now, a couple of things you need to see on the formula chart. When we're looking for the, where is it? For the volume of a cone, right? Notice the formula is 1/3 BH. They're not going to replace big B for you. You have to know that the reason it's capital B is because it represents the area of the circle or the area of the base. So that means you have to come up here and find the area of the circle. And the area of the circle is what? Now, the reason it's confusing is because what do you see here on pi r squared? A capital A. But this capital A here is the same as this B, okay? That's just one thing I wanted to make sure to explain to you guys. All right. So, the area of the circle is pi r squared, where B is the area of the base, which is a circle. So, capital V stands for volume. B stands for area of the base, which in this case it's a circle. H is the height. Now, the height of the cone, sometimes on the STAR test, everybody look back here, they'll label this diagonal line and it'll trick a lot of students to think that that's the height. But the height is actually always going to be from the center of the cone to the tip of the cone. That's the height. The height will always be vertical or horizontal, not the diagonal. Got it? All right. So label B and H. H is this vertical line right here. And B is your circle, is your base. To find the volume of a cone, you're going to multiply 1/3 times the area of the base times the height. I guess we're all just... Okay, here we go. So let's label our base and our height first on number 1. What's the base? What's the height? Shade the base. The height is 10. That 2.5 is pointing to what? The radius. Okay. Now, because of the way they ask us these questions, I think it's just best to go ahead and substitute B. So we know that the volume is base times height. And that B gets replaced with pi r squared. Hey, Ivan. So we're going to go ahead and replace it right there. B is capitalized because it represents the area of the circle. So I'm just going to go ahead and replace it. And now substitute my numbers. Okay? I think that's probably a better strategy. So what's the radius? 2.5 squared, and the height is 10. All right, now type that in. With what type of example would you only type in the numbers without the pi? What would the question say? In terms of pi. But this one doesn't say in terms of pi, so you type everything. What do you get? Centimeters cubed. Okay. Number 2. When you shade your circle, you notice that the 7 is pointing to the what? If the line goes all the way across, this is diameter. So what would the radius be? Okay, and the height is 12. Now to find the volume of the cone. Oh, snap. You know what we forgot, guys? On the other one? Yes, why didn't y'all say anything? Y'all didn't say anything. All right, let's go back. Put a 1/3, 1/3, 1/3. My bad. So all you gotta do is multiply it by 1/3. Whatever your answer is.
Times 1/3.
Yeah. Because it's part of the formula, I forgot. I forgot to include the 1/3. That was my fault. Should be 65. 65.4. I'm sorry. That was my bad. Okay. This time we're going to get it right. So, the volume of the cone is not just base times height. It is 1/3 base times height. Okay? Now, we replace big B with what?
Pi r squared.
Because B is capitalized, it represents the area of the circle. The area of the circle is pi r squared. Now we can plug our numbers in. 1/3 pi, what's the radius? 3.5 squared, and then the height is 12. Now we type it right this time. What do we get? Feet cubed. Remember, anything volume is cubed. Ready? Number 3. If you shade the base, you'll notice that they give you the what? They give you diameter. So that means the radius is 7. And the height is 8.5. All right. volume is 1/3 base times height. We replace the base with pi r squared because that is the area of the circle. And then plug in your numbers. Why'd I put 1/2? I'm losing it. My algebra kids are making me lose it every single day. Okay, 8.5. A lot of numbers. What do we get? Yep. Thank you. All right, shade your base. Do they give us the diameter or the radius? They do give us the radius this time, so we don't have to worry about changing it to diameter. Now, what is something that we have to pay attention to with this problem? It tells us that it wants it in terms of pi. So when it wants it in terms of pi, what do we multiply? Everything except the pi symbol. So I'm going to go through each part of the equation. Do we multiply the 1/3? The pi? 3.1 squared? And 9? Yes, those are the only things you type into the calculator. But then you still keep pi and, yeah, you still keep pi in your answer. You should get what, 28.8? You still bring down pi. Pi is still in the answer, okay? Because I noticed that some of you guys left it off. You still keep it in the answer. Okay. Flip it over. Number 5. When we highlight the base, we notice they give us the diameter or the radius. They give us diameter, so what is the radius? Yeah. Man, I don't know what it was with last year's group. We literally had to show that we were dividing by 2 every single time we had diameter. Like, they couldn't just tell me half of 11 is 5.5. We had to type it in. 11 divided by 2. And I keep forgetting the 1/3. Like here, when I ask you what is the radius if the diameter is 11, you guys tell me 5.5 like nothing, right? Well, last year, we had to type into the calculator 11 divided by 2. Oh my gosh, y'all been typing it in? Oh, okay. I thought y'all just knew what half of it was.
No.
Well, I'm just gonna stick my foot in my mouth at this point. All right. Pi r squared h. Okay. My bad. I was like, oh man, they're on it. Okay, 5.5. It's okay. At least I didn't have to tell you what to type. Divided by 21. All right. So this one, once again, it tells us in terms of pi. So you multiply everything except the pi symbol. To what?
211.7.
No. That's not what I got.
That's what I got.
That's what I got.
Oh, okay. My bad. Let me type it in again then.
Yeah, I got it. She said that's not what I got. What you mean, probably? That's because my mama said I have to ride bus now.
All right.
Especially big practice.
Number 6 is another one, but they give you the height and the diameter. Let's just move on to number 7. It's just more practice without a picture. Okay? Number 7, it says a mini ice cream cone has a diameter of 4. So if the diameter is 4, what's the radius? Did you have to type that in? And then a height of 8. Okay. And then, a regular ice cream. Oh, there's 2 different types of ice cream cones. So you have a mini and then you have a regular. The regular ice cream cone has a diameter of 6. So if the diameter is 6, the radius is 3, and then a height of 12. It says, what is the difference? What does difference mean mathematically? To subtract. Subtract. Okay. So volume is 1/3 base times height, or 1/3. Oops. Why do I keep doing 1/2? Pi r squared h. Does it say anything about in terms of pi?
No.
Okay. So you're going to put 2 squared times 8. What do you get for the first one? Yep. Okay. Now the other one, I'm just going to go ahead and write it with the pi r squared, okay? Three squared times 12. Wait, what? I thought he said 132. 1/3. Okay. 113.1, right?
Yeah.
Okay. Now, how do we find the difference? What do we do? Subtract. Bigger number minus smaller number. So 113.1 minus 33.5. You get what? Yeah. 79.6. Last one. A cylinder and a cone both have a radius of 10 and a height of 10 units. Find their volumes and explain how it relates to their formulas. Well, this is what you need to know about this one. We're not going to do the work on it, but you do need to know this because they do ask something similar to this on the STAR test. Think of this. You have a cylinder and a cone. Or a cone versus cylinder. With a cone and a cylinder, which one do you think holds more? Seriously, guys? Boys? Oops. A cone holds more?
Yeah.
No.
In my head, yes.
No. No. I can literally put... the cone in the cylinder. So which one holds more? The cylinder holds more, not the cone. So if the cylinder holds more, alligator eats the cylinder, right? Cylinder holds more. Now, when they write it in this order, if they're comparing the cylinder to the cone, the cylinder is 3 times the size of the cone. But if they start with the cone and compare it to the cylinder, the cone is 1/3 times the size because the cone is smaller, okay? All right. I'm going to come around with your assignment.